It's small and nimble, and from the rear at least, somehow familiar. But the front looks like something completely different. Seat's new Mini, the Me. Volkswagen introduced the Up earlier this fall. Now Seat presented its version at an event in Barcelona. It's small and cuddly and exactly right for a big city like Barcelona, because the search for a parking space here can be like playing the lottery. And some Barcelona parking garages are so tight, they're not much fun with a big car. The Me, on the other hand, is just the amount of car you need. The Me's front end evokes the tip of an arrow, sharp creases around the headlights, and the shape of the black grille all point forward and lend the Me a sporty streak. The small round fog lights don't quite fit in though. Two gasoline engines producing 44 or 55 kilowatts are available. From the back, the Me looks a lot like the VW Up. The trunk holds 251 liters and has a false bottom. With the rear seats folded forward, the Me can take up to 951 liters of cargo. A distinctive feature of the front seats, the completely integrated headrests. The interior feels trim and tidy. As for the rear seats, test driver Reinhold Deisenhofer climbs in and makes a surprising discovery. Not bad, he says. This car really can hold 4 people. Both engines are connected to a newly developed extremely compact 5-speed manual transmission that drives the front wheels. An optional automatic transmission will also be available. Drivers who want a more athletic feeling can choose the Sport Options package. It includes a specially tuned sport suspension and lets the car ride 15 millimeters closer to the street. Tight curves and narrow streets are where the Me feels most at home. The dashboard looks and feels well made, and it's cute too. It has 2 eyes and a mouth, and then there's the multifunctional navigation system. It not only shows the way, it also has a Bluetooth and can be used to control the audio system and everything else attached to the car. It shows when a door is open, and it's got a parking assist. This car has everything you need, and it's fun too. The Me is available in 3 trim levels: Basic, Reference, and Style, in addition to the Chic and Sport Options packages. One innovative feature for this class of car is the City Safety Assist. If the car detects a danger, it warns the driver or even hits the brakes automatically at speeds of up to 30 kilometers an hour. The Me goes on sale in Spain before the end of the year. Consumers in the rest of Europe will have to wait until early 2012 to get their hands on the Me. Prices have not been announced. Diesel-powered station wagons make for ideal family and company cars. Now the Hyundai i40, a Korean model designed in Germany, hopes to make a splash in this segment. Sebastian, our tester, says they founded up 5 excellent station wagons to compare with the i40. The competition is tough and will quickly show us what the Hyundai can do. The Hyundai has really got to shine if it wants to challenge the likes of the Volvo V6, Skoda Superb, VW Passat, Peugeot SW508, and the Mazda 6. The Mazda 6 has been around a while, but can still keep pace. The 4-cylinder 95-kilowatt diesel engine under the hood allows the Japanese model to easily keep up with the competition. But the car's greatest asset is found in the back. The Mazda 6 places second when it comes to trunk space. The car we tested cost €29,790, making it the cheapest car in our test. But overall, that wasn't enough to make it into our top 3. Sebastian says the Mazda 6 is the most inconspicuous of the 6 cars. He likes the body shape, though it's already 3 years old. The motor is a bit loud and rough, but very sporty. While the materials in the interior could be better, he notes that the Mazda 6 is the lowest priced car in the test. Overall, he rates the car 4th. Next up, the Skoda Superb 2.0 TDI. Our test car's roominess, good workmanship, and luxurious equipment make it a real contender. The cargo bay is large, but we weren't able to place stacked crates in it. The Skoda Superb sells for €31,350 in Germany. All this earned it a place on the podium and the distinction of offering the best value for money. Sebastian says its roominess and good price-performance ratio put the Skoda in second place. The car only lost points for its uncompromising suspension, less than peppy engine, and slightly hard seats. And here's the challenger, the Hyundai i40. This Korean car was designed at a development center in Rüsselsheim. The head designer is German too, but the car is built in Korea. Its quiet, responsive 1.6-liter diesel engine generates 100 kilowatts of power. At the back, it boasts a large opening with plenty of space, but the cargo bay floor is somewhat uneven. Priced at €32,580, the well-equipped i40 is one of our front-runners. Our tester says the i40 heralds Hyundai's entry into Germany's family station wagon market, which was once dominated by domestic brands. He feels the Korean firm has created a truly high-quality car. The suspension could be more comfortable, and the controls take some getting used to, but overall the car earned 3rd place. So Hyundai came in 3rd, Skoda 2nd. What about the VW Passat, Peugeot SW508, and Volvo V60? Volvo's V60 has a bit more character than the other models. That's one of its main selling points, as it offers a meager 1,241 liters of cargo space, about as much as a compact station wagon. What it lacks in space, the Swedish model makes up for in comfort and an attractive interior. The Volvo has the weakest engine of the cars tested, producing just 84 kilowatts. Yet, in the fuel-saving Drive E version, with the top equipment line, the car costs close to €36,000. Sebastian says the Volvo V60 is a solid Swedish car. It's tidy, the engine is decent, and the interior stylish. But as the most expensive, as well as the smallest station wagon tested, it had a tough time and only placed 6th. The Peugeot SW508, the French model in the group, knows how to flaunt its assets. The station wagon makes a very elegant statement. Its 2-liter, 103-kilowatt diesel engine offers good performance and runs smoothly. In the back, the 508 is easy to load. Technologically speaking, the Peugeot is at the cutting edge. With the 508, Peugeot has tried to build on tradition, and in part, it succeeded, says Sebastian. The car looks good, has a powerful engine, and plenty of torque. But the interior is cluttered, and Sebastian can't decide whether the car is better or worse than the Mazda, so he ranks it a tie for fourth. And here's the winner, Volkswagen's Passat. For decades now, the Passat station wagon has set the standard in this class. The interior is straightforward and simple, but made of first-class materials. The trunk has a big gate and lots of space. But all this quality comes at a price. In Germany, the most powerful 103-kilowatt diesel engine version, featuring Blue Motion technology, costs just over 34,000 euros. Sebastian says some people call the VW Passat boring. Others claim it's well-balanced, but achieving a good balance is the recipe for winning a comparison test like this one. And the Passat is the winner, he says, the best family or company car on German roads. So the Passat is the victor once again, but the competition isn't sleeping, and VW shouldn't underestimate the likes of the Hyundai i40. Our tester says he didn't expect the Hyundai i40 to do so well. In the hard-fought family station wagon segment, it came in a respectable third. Second place went to the Skoda Superb, and first to the Passat. But Hyundai has marked its territory, and Sebastian is eager to see what else it has in store. The i40 is giving the competition a run for their money. The difference between the front-runners is small, and Hyundai will endeavor to make it even smaller. Toyota has updated the third generation Avensis model. It's now available with an improved 2-liter diesel that is both more responsive and more efficient. Both the design and the machinery in the Avensis come from Europe, and the car is built there too. A total of 3 different diesel engines, 2 gasoline engines, and 3 different transmissions make the Avensis a car well-tailored to European tastes. BMW's motorcycle factory in Berlin has started production of its new C600 Sport Maxi scooter. After 3 years in development, it's BMW's first foray into this segment. The inline 2-cylinder produces 44 kilowatts. It also provides the basis for the C650 GT, which is designed as a touring model. BMW has not yet announced prices for its new scooters. The Essen Motor Show is no ordinary automotive fair. At this show, the spotlight is on what's off the beaten track. Just over 500 exhibitors present odd and unusual vehicles and the fascinating world of automotive customization. The roof of this unusual electric car is made out of a beech mat. Called the Bamboo, it's the brainchild of Swiss inventor Frank Winterknecht. And it lives up to its namesake. The car is actually made in part with bamboo fibers. The 54-kilowatt electric motor has a range of 105 kilometers. The chassis of this former bumper car is an original Alfa Romeo. It's one of several old bumper cars converted for street use and powered with 4-cylinder Kawasaki motorcycle engines. This Rolls-Royce from 1974 is a real muscle car. Fueled with premium gasoline, it has a top output of 515 kilowatts. When it's fueled with methanol, it can put out an amazing 1,471 kilowatts, the equivalent of 2,000 horsepower, and reach a speed of 320 kilometers an hour. This car is just as fast, but it features an entirely different concept. The Hemi Trike Rocket 2 doesn't just look like a rocket. With 883 kilowatts or 1,200 horsepower under the hood, it accelerates like one as well. The aluminum chassis is handmade. The car uses parachutes to brake. Customizing the tires and wheels is still the quickest and least expensive way to personalize your ride. But there are many other ways to stand out from the crowd, with everything from chassis embellishments to fanciful paint jobs to sports exhaust systems. And customized vehicles have entered the electric age. This Brabus E-Class prototype isn't ready for sale yet, but it might hit the streets as soon as next year. Even with an electric motor and batteries, the trunk is just as big as the regular Mercedes. It produces 235 kilowatts. Peugeot EX1 currently holds the record for fastest electric car. The low-slung Speedster features 2 electric motors that make the car capable of accelerating from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in just 3.49 seconds. The car weighs 750 kilograms and has a range of about 450 kilometers. This R8 GTR was souped up by specialists at Abt, the perfect car for a hot pursuit. In 2012, BMW will celebrate its comeback to the German touring car Masters Racing Series with the M3. Together with Mercedes and Audi, the upcoming season promises to be an exciting one for racing sport fans. Another highlight at Essen this year is a special show celebrating 100 years of the legendary Monte Carlo Rally. The tribute features 13 winning cars of yesteryear to document the colorful history of one of the world's most prestigious racing events. Walter Röhrl is now 64 years old. He won Monte Carlo 4 times in the 1980s. Röhrl says winning Monte Carlo was his main goal in racing and his crowning achievement. He has fond memories of his races there. His first victory at Monte Carlo was racing for Fiat. Winning that race meant he'd attained a life's dream. Coming here to Essen and seeing all the winning cars brings those memories back to life. Back then, Monte Carlo was the pinnacle of the sport, the most important rally event. It's not just racing history that's on display at Essen. Fans can also buy a used race car at the motorsport market. This racing kart for children costs 1,350 euros. At the other end of the price scale is this Porsche 962C, which came in second at the 1987 24-hour race of Le Mans. It too can be yours for about 750,000 euros. If none of these models fit the bill, there's always another option: making your own. For customizing enthusiasts, Essen offers something for everyone. Former German touring car champion Bernd Schneider and the AMG Mercedes C-Class Coupe at the motor racing course near Seville, Spain. AMG has long been associated with high performance and Mercedes. The company was founded in 1967 to customize Mercedes cars for enthusiasts and racers, like the DTM German Touring Car Series. That tradition has now been applied to the C-Class. This is a regular car that can do 2 things. It can be driven on public roads in the city and on the Autobahn, and on the racetrack, where it has everything a racer could want. It's a well-balanced car that's at home on the track, with very direct steering and excellent grip coming out of the curve. Its 487 horsepower places a lot of demands on the rear wheels, so mastering that challenge is a real step forward. Over the years, the C-Class has become a more streamlined car. This car has an aggressive look, accented with AMG design details. Black and silver dominate in the interior, where everything has a sportier feel. The heart of the car is a 336 kilowatt engine that's been enhanced with the 358 kilowatt performance package. And it's not just the throaty engine sound that sets this car apart from the most powerful regular C-Class coupe. It costs 31,500 euros more and has 133 kilowatts more power. That launches the car from 0 to 100 in just 4.4 seconds and gives it a top speed that's electronically limited to 250 kilometers an hour. That kind of performance isn't cheap. With a high-performance package worth just over 7,000 euros, this AMG costs almost 80,000 euros in Germany.
AMG's Tobias Mörs says when AMG develops a car like the C63 Coupe or other classes with several models, the company is involved from the concept phase onward, helping define what variations AMG will develop for the product line. All of that can take 4 or 5 years until the car is ready for the market.
The concept phase for this car was launched in 2004. 1 year later, 20 prototypes were being tested around the world, from Sweden to Southern California. Bernd Schneider accompanied the entire process and played a major role in the fine-tuning. He says he's always been brought in to help develop driving dynamics. That means he spends a lot of time on the North Loop of the Nürburgring, as well as AMG's course. These are good places to test cars, and Schneider says he was involved from the start to make suggestions or just draw on his feel for the car to tell the engineers where they might be able to take the car to the next level. And he says the engineers really did a great job perfecting the driving dynamics of the car. Standard equipment includes a 7-speed sports automatic developed by AMG. The driver uses paddles on the steering wheel to shift gears. Performance like this demands top-of-the-line safety equipment. The C63 comes with 7 airbags designed to protect just about every conceivable area, plus a fatigue sensor, adaptive cruise control, and sensors that monitor the distance to the next vehicle in front. And the car produces 280 grams of CO2 per kilometer. The bottom line, high speed, high price, and high emissions. But then again, AMG never claimed to build sensible cars.